Hello? Who's this? Q&A video? What Q&A video? Oh shit. Right, so here's that Q&A video that was supposed to be released like 9 months ago. But it wasn't because I'm a lazy. This shouldn't really surprise you. I mean, I've delayed the Verstappen video for like 5 months and I've been using this as my channel icon for more than 1 year. I mean, I've made that in Microsoft Paint. So I still have no idea how I got to 33,000 subscribers, but anyway, thanks everyone.
Yeah, thanks everybody.
Okay, now let's get to the serious stuff. So, I know why you're here. You're here just for one single question. You want to know where do I get the uncensored team radios from? And the answer is... well, it depends. Sometimes I get them from Reddit, sometimes from YouTube, and other times I have to dig a little bit deeper, you know, go on the second page of Google and stuff like that. How did you get your name and what does it mean? The story is nothing fancy. Back in high school I had to do a PowerPoint presentation for the history class, and when it came to saving the file I just typed randomly on the keyboard and got this. So the next logical decision was to use this as my username on Steam and YouTube and everywhere. Next question from Jan W. Where are you from? I'm from Romania. When did you start watching Formula 1? Well, as a kid I always watched Formula 1 race here and there, but the moment I decided to get a bit more serious was the 2005 Monaco Grand Prix. How do you record and what are your PC specs? To record I use NVIDIA Shadowplay, just because I like the replay feature that it has, and my PC specs, I'll put them somewhere on the screen. What is your favorite sim make if, insert name here, played F1 games? I would say the first one, the Bottas one. Well, the original one before FOM took it down. Why did you start this channel? What were your intentions and what inspired you to make F1 videos? Well, when I started the channel the initial plan was to make short, funny videos from racing games and stuff like that, but I abandoned that idea quite quickly, I have to say. Now if we're talking about the F1 videos, F1 parodies, well, there's nothing really that inspired me. It's just that one day I came back from college and I was a bit angry and a bit tired, so while I was laying down in bed, I had this idea to play F1 2018 as Magnussen and push everyone off the track. And I started to do that, and while I was playing the game I had another idea. Well, why don't I also record this and make a short video for YouTube named If Magnussen Played F1 Games. Now, that video never saw the daylight, but here are some clips from it.
That move was illegal. Return the position. Okay, you've been pushing your luck on the track limits too much. We've been given a 3-second penalty. If you continue to cut corners, the stewards will give you a penalty.
Come on, shut up.
Suck my balls, mate.
What the fuck is he doing?
Can you do a setup tour? Yeah, this is my setup, nothing too fancy. I got 2 monitors. That's my old shifter that broke. It wouldn't go into 2nd or 6th gear, so I watched a YouTube tutorial and turned it into a sequential shifter. I'll put the link to that video in the description. This is my new one, which works perfectly okay. That's my steering wheel. You've seen it in many of my videos. I still even have this small piece of paper here from the Vettel video. Those are the pedals. Again, nothing too fancy there. Headphones are Sennheiser GSP 300. Great headphone quality, but not so good mic quality in my opinion. That's my PC case there. You've seen it in other videos. These are my gloves. And this is my very old keyboard that has been with me for I think at least 6 or 7 years. It even has this up arrow button. It's broken, as you can see. That's my mouse. It's a Red Dragon. I don't even know what model because I got it as a gift. And right there is the Oculus Rift for VR videos. So that was my setup. Have you ever thought about making a Discord server? Well, not until now, but I've created one and the link to it is in the description of the video. How much content are you thinking to cover, like some serious ones, like your thoughts after a GP or maybe some gameplay? I've got some ideas for the future, so stay tuned and you'll find out. How many hours on average do you spend for your videos? I would say somewhere around 25 to 30 hours, but this includes just recording and editing the video, and before that I also have to come up with the ideas and put them in a certain order and stuff like that. How do you become a successful YouTuber? Yeah, that's actually a good question, so let's find out. Which is your favorite F1 team? I don't have a favorite team. Favorite livery? Simple answer, Prost Peugeot from the 2000 season. Just look at that blue, man. Did you ever race in real life? No, not in the sense like following a career or something like that. No, just driving some go-karts and that's it. Best moment in sim racing career.
What career?
The best fight happened in an Audi TT Cup race at the Red Bull Ring, and I remember that I was on the final lap and I didn't know at the time that I was fighting for second place because I had the HUD disabled, and I was fighting with a guy. We were side by side between turn 2 and turn 5, and then ultimately I hit him in the back in the last corner and spun out and lost the podium. Would you rather be Fernando's race engineer or Kimi's race engineer?
Yes, I'm doing all the time. We don't have to remind them to check it.
The next question from Energy Gamer. Which motorsports do you watch other than Formula 1? I watch MotoGP, IndyCar, and I also watch the highlights for things like Formula E, World Rally Championship and World Endurance Championship. If you have to choose another motorsport you like, what would it be? So let's assume that for some reason I cannot watch Formula 1, then the best alternative in terms of open wheel racing would be IndyCar. Have I been to an F1 race? No, I actually haven't been. How old are you? Too old for the kind of videos that I make. Holy Crank asked, if you were a Formula 1 driver and got to pick the team, what team would you choose? The team that is winning at that time.
Get in there, Lewis.
What's been your favorite moment in Formula 1? Massa walking through the pit lane after he retired at the 2016 Brazilian Grand Prix and everyone staying there and applauding him. That was just great. Who's the greatest F1 driver ever? That would be Juan Manuel Fangio, because he won the championship 5 times and he did it with 4 different teams. Petru Stefan asked, who do you think will become world champion for the first time between Leclerc and Verstappen? Oh, that's a tough one. I would say Leclerc because Ferrari are much closer to Mercedes, but who knows what will happen in the future. Question mark asked, how do you recreate things from real life in the F1 game? I just keep trying again and again and again and again until it finally looks good, or I just rage quit and try again the next day. How much time do you spend on one scene? Well, it depends. Sometimes I get it right in the first attempt, like I did with the Vettel crash in Germany, and sometimes I have to do it 10 or even 15 times until it looks at least okay. Who's your favorite driver ever? I'm gonna let you guys guess who that is. I mean, it makes no difference who I support. Everyone has a favorite driver, so that's how it goes. What is your favorite and least favorite current F1 track? Favorite track? That's so straightforward. Spa-Francorchamps, of course. And my least favorite, I mean the one that I absolutely hate, is Paul Ricard. Just look at that mess. Also, Yas Marina comes in a very close second place. Miguel Medina wants to know what video editor do I use. I'm using Vegas Movie Studio 14 Platinum Steam Edition. It's not the fanciest one, but it gets the job done for me, so I'm happy with it. Which real-life F1 season, in your opinion, was better? 2018 or 2019? See guys, this is why I didn't do this Q&A video before, because otherwise I couldn't have answered this question. Yeah, 2018 was much better. Your top 5 F1 races of all time. I'm gonna pick from those that I've actually watched. So it'd be Europe 2007.
What just happened, guys?
Canada 2011. Brazil 2012.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
USA 2018, because it was Kimi's probably last win.
Fucking finally.
And of course Germany 2019. While I was editing this video, I realized that I'm a complete moron and forgot about Brazil 2008.
Is that close?
So make it a top 6 now. Who would you like to meet and why? I think it's quite obvious.
Yes.
What is your dream car? Do you have a girlfriend and why? Okay, that's it. Q&A over, boys.